This period on the server would be later known as the Cold War, and is famous for the formation of one of the most controversial groups on Core Journey, the Cunts. This consisted of Poikipella, Puten, Fuska, Satiri, Foop, and Julie Tias. The name Cunts was firstly used as a derogatory term to describe their playstyle, but after this photo was published, they fully embraced it and claimed the name for themselves. During this time, they focused on TP killing, and it got to the point where whenever somebody joined the server, they would immediately be greeted by a teleport request from either member of the Cunts. Eventually, however, TP killing gets boring, as more and more people wise up to who not to trust, which is when some of the members of the gang cleared their own grief on the pit and tried to revive the famous pit fights. Under PC control, pit fights had been highly respected for their fair contests and allowing spectators to be protected and return home safely. However, the Cunts had tarnished any chance of a good reputation, so no players were willing to participate in this. One player who did travel to the core for a pit fight was Shade, who gave me an account of what happened for his pit fight. He was set to fight Poikipella, but when he arrived with iron armour, Poikipella set on him with fully enchanted diamond armour and a god sword, killing him almost instantly. So where were Pest Control during all of this? Our skybase had acted as a good temporary base, but was created in a different era, and with the ever-evolving server environment, we agreed it would be found soon, so we set our sights on something far more permanent. This base was started up underground and kept expanding, formally becoming known as Slime Haven. With meeting rooms, boat races, gardens, farms, grinders, we were set up. This was where Pest Control found strength in friendship, and where the tight bond between our members were truly made, and allowed us to integrate a new member within our team named Chess, who helped us and became one of our trusted members. However, the other side of the spectrum, there was the Cunts, who were becoming a target of another player, Domagawa, who had made a name for himself in this period on the server, creating TNT traps which would instantly kill any player, no matter their armour or totem supply. He would warn PC of the trap locations and take out the Cunts one by one. Domagawa, however, was a puppet master, who would use rival teams and players as his pawns, creating chaos on the server, and had no true loyalty to any team, but would target whoever was on top. At this period, Domagawa was helping us while PC were expanding their base. We did not have much of a desire to reclaim the core at this time, as it would take days to clear the grief, just for it to happen again. And with the Cunts slowly running out of people to TP kill, and nobody wanting to travel to the core, they were getting bored of the server, and as each day went by, they would log on less and less. Eventually, they were almost gone. However, one day without a warning, a server-wide noise was heard, with a message hinting things were about to happen at the core. This is where Alrirra, the server owner, had dropped the core mystery update, which was the first live event on the server. With each server-wide noise, an item would spawn at the core. There was a mass surge to the core by all players. Pest Control also travelled to the core to see what had happened. There it was, at exactly the centre of the core, a totem of undying, labelled a core relic. We had no idea how often they would spawn and who else would arrive. This is where Domagawa became angry at Pest Control being at the core, and he started messaging all the members of the Cunts to come back online and kill us. Firstly, Poikipella and Puten came online. Puten was killed trying to TP kill a random player, and when Poikipella was faced with all our numbers, he logged. We made a makeshift base at the top of the immense lava cast and waited. Next, Satiri came online. With his elytra, he did a couple of flybys of the core until he eventually landed and began the fight. By using an end crystal, he managed to blow myself and the postman up, but Gendy was able to kill him, quickly reclaiming the levels he took from us weeks before. Even though we suffered death, this was a win in our books. We believe that they did not have the motivation to grind back up to max level, but as predicted, not long after Satiri's death, Foop logged in. And with our numbers lessened and the pride of Satiri taking a hit, this fight would mark a turning point of the server. With the mass lava cast throughout the wasteland of Core, it made a dangerous environment with a multitude of obstacles allowing Foop to evade Pest Control until it finally came to hand-to-hand fight. And as quickly as that, N4X used an End Crystal on him. Was this the end of the cunts? We had Poikepella's logout spot, and Fusca was their only member left at max level, and with our numbers, they did not stand a chance. JJ Disaster was a player who had helped us in this fight, and he had shown interest in joining Pest Control, and had helped us in previous tasks, and because of this, he was formally accepted within the team. The increase of numbers would also be useful in Pest Control, as this is when the mass degrief began, marking a new era on the server, known as the Revolutionary Period, and would also mark the second wave of the Reddit ad invasion, boosting the numbers of the server massively. With the core finally restored back to its former glory, we wanted to preserve it and started the aquatic period of the core, flooding the walls to world height, preventing future griefs. So where does this leave us now? At the time of recording this, Pest Control is back at the core. However, with their mass new players, there are new alliances and groups forming every day, with the sole aim to take us down. The story of Pest Control shows that the strength didn't come from imposing terror on lower ranked players or killing everyone we saw, but instead came from our loyalty to one another and knowing each member has your back no matter what. But with the ever changing story which is Core Journey, who knows what will be next?